Would Jesus wear a Rolex? That's a hell of a question. It's a great thought experiment. How would that play out? Under what circumstances would he? Would he never go near one? In any case, Ray Stevens has a song that to him answers the question. And welcome to Thinking Theology, folks. I don't take dogmatic stands or stances on things. I just look at arguments. I present different sides of things, just different ideas. But if someone's an atheist, doesn't bother me. If somebody believes in God, doesn't bother me. I'm more like the Dalai Lama in a sense where I look at kindness. I'll handle my own beliefs, let you handle your own. If people are generally nice, I'm cool with that. If they're jackasses, I'm not so cool with that. But in any case, let's see what Ray's got. I've heard this song before. I've actually reacted to it on my country music reaction channel years ago, but I forget all the thought content that's in it. And we're just going to see this. Here we go.
Woke up this morning, turned on my TV set. There in living color was something I can't forget. This man was preaching at me, yeah, laying on the charm, asking me for 20 with 10,000 on his arm.
Oh, yeah.
He wore designer clothing, big smile on his face, selling me salvation while they sang Amazing Grace.
Amazing Grace.
Asking me for money, he had all the signs of wealth. Almost wrote a check out, but then I asked myself,
You got a good voice.
would he wear a pinky ring? Would he drive a fancy car? Would his wife wear furs and diamonds? Would his dressing room have a star? If he came back tomorrow, there's something I'd like to know. Could you tell me, would Jesus wear a Rolex on his television show?
A song like this doesn't cause you to self-reflect, whether you believe in Jesus or not. Just the whole concept about, this is about, in part, hypocrisy. All right.
Would Jesus be political if he came back to earth? Have a second home in Palm Springs and try to hide his worth? Take money from the poor folks when he comes back again and admit he's talked to all those preachers who say they've been talking to him?
Oh, that's a good one. Oh, would Jesus admit that he's been talking to all those preachers who claim they've been talking to him? That's a good one. That's something, too, that I had to come face to face with decades ago. When I was into like fundamentalist Christianity, I started to look at some of the things I was even saying, and I'm like, no, I've never heard God's voice. I'd never heard it. Other people claim it. I had some friends. I'm like, and then when I would talk with them about it, I'd be like, are you so sure? Like, really? Like, guys? And I didn't mean to talk them out of it, but then almost all of them categorically said, well, there was this one time I'm convinced that God told me to do this or that. And I'm like, fair enough. I'm not going to try talking you out of it, but at least we got it down from like God and I talk every day to there was one time, I'm pretty sure, he told me to do this and it kept me out of danger or what have you. So at least if there's an honesty involved with it, then you can move forward. But that line I like if Jesus came back tomorrow, would Jesus say, would he admit he's been talking to you the way you've been saying you've been talking to him? It's like, all right, answer that question.
Have mercy. Would he wear a pinky ring? Would he drive a fancy car? Would his
Probably not.
wife wear furs and diamonds? Would his dressing room have a star? If he came back tomorrow, there's something I'd like to know. Could you tell me, would Jesus wear a Rolex? Or would Jesus wear a Rolex? Would Jesus wear a
instrumentation. And that isn't even an anti-wealth type of song. That's an anti-hypocrisy song. It just draws your attention to, well, one, you couldn't rewrite, all right? New Testament has a depiction of Jesus, somebody who sacrificed everything and went strolling into, Jerusalem on a donkey and these kinds of things. So he just didn't have the trappings of wealth. So the question here, though, is that you've got all this money, but you're asking other folks to send you 10 or 20 bucks. And it's like, are you picking the pocket of people who actually need it when you've got all this type of money? But you're not going to rewrite the story of Jesus without undoing it, in a sense. Like, would he wear a pinky ring? I love that. I mean, I don't know who specifically he's talking about, but generally speaking, when you get an idea to write a song, there's a seminal moment of that moment of inspiration where you get the idea either for a title or a hook or something in it, an idea that you want to flesh out. And he was probably watching a particular preacher on TV at that time, whether he was talking about Jimmy Swaggart or whomever. Anti-hypocrisy. I get it. And he wasn't saying Ray Stevens does believe in God, in Jesus, the whole story of the New Testament. And I'm not defending him because I have my own thoughts on this. I'm saying as a matter of thought, he wasn't speaking against Christianity. He was speaking against hypocrisy. He wasn't speaking against wealth. He was speaking against the way in which people will stand in it and hold certain people accountable. Just because you're a Christian doesn't mean you get away with stuff. I see good and bad whether people believe in Jesus or not. I see good and bad whether people are atheists or not. I know people who are complete jackasses, it's called that way, who espouse Jesus as their Lord. I mean, really nasty people. And I know really good people who are atheists, who are just kind and would do anything for you. So it isn't necessarily contingent upon your faith or not. And in this song, Ray is just saying, hey, folks, keep it real. You're asking for all this money, and ask yourself, would the person you confess as Lord, the person you say you've been talking to, would he look anything like you if he was on TV? My person I look at, where I just absolutely for decades, and I wasn't raised Catholic, I'm not Catholic, but was Mother Teresa. When I see how she lived her life, I've seen biopics on her, I've read books, and her life was absolutely beyond humbling to me, amazing. And could I see her wearing a Rolex? Absolutely not. She wouldn't do it. And I don't know. If you look to others for inspiration in life, then sometimes you say, all right, I got to check myself on this. So anyway, that's it, folks. Leave your thoughts. If you have an idea for a song or a topic you'd like to see me cover, leave in the comments. If it's compelling enough, I'll get on it. Have a great day. See you on another video, and keep thinking theology.